Frame is everything. The frame that you enter into that relationship with is the frame you will carry over into your marriage or carry over into the long term, assuming that's the way you go. Frame is everything. Now, people always lose their minds when the world starts talking about frame. Or they have done. Go Google frame. Go on YouTube after this show. Look up frame. Just type in frame into the search engine. There's a million guys who want to tell you what frame is. They know nothing about frame. Frame is a psychological term. I didn't create this. This is a it's a socio-psychological terminology. So it's not something I came up with. In the case of intersexual dynamics, though, frame is the world into which you're going to enter. So when you go and you work for your employer for 8 hours that day, or your supervisor, you're in the company's frame. You do what you're told. Your focus, their priorities become your priorities. That's a good way to put it. In your family, whoever the dominant personality in your family is, if it's mom, if it's dad, or whatever, they tend to be the ones who set the frame for the entire family dynamic at that point. So if dad is kind of like a blue pill beta and you have a domineering mother, she's setting the frame for the family. So that same dynamic also follows over into personal relationships. So it could be with your brother, it could be with your friends, it could be in the military, right? When you're in the military and you're taking orders, you're there for you're in the military's frame for whatever you're signed up for 4 years. You're there. You're in their frame. You welcome to my world, right? That's why I say when you are when you have a rock solid frame and you have a world into which women want to enter, don't lose that frame. Don't give up on that. Don't convince that woman that it's fake. Don't try to self-deprecate your frame. That's why was it the ninth? Yeah, the ninth iron rule, which is never self-deprecate, right? Never in a serious way. The apologizing for a lack of game is not game. That goes back all the way to the first rule, first iron rule, which is frame is everything. Because when you establish this frame and then you self-deprecate after that, all you're doing is putting planting the seeds of doubt in that woman about your legitimacy, your authenticity. Is he really like this? Well, I set this rock solid frame, but now I'm going to self-deprecate and, she's my sun and my moon and my stars. And I'm so lucky to have her, right? Or you start pedestalizing and now she's the one who's like directing the frame. Women want to submit to a worthy man's direction. And you have to have solid frame for that. Crowder has no frame. He probably had no concept of frame when he got married. He probably had no idea. It was probably, you want to know why egalitarian relationships are such bullshit? It's because of the concept of frame. There's always a dom and there's always a sub in every human relationship. And I don't care if if you're fucking that person. I don't care if you're having a personal relationship in the sense of like you're going to be intimate and have sex with them. There is always a dominant personality and a submissive personality in every relationship. And that could be something as simple as like the military, or it could be your family, it could be your work situation. You could be like homosexuals. There's a dom and there's a sub. There's always some iteration of a dominant personality and a submissive personality. And I use submissive interchangeably, a deferential personality. There's a masculine and a feminine, and we usually associate the masculine with the dominant and the feminine with the deferential or the submissive, if you'd like. Ladies, here's your wife school. It's not egalitarianism in human beings, especially when it comes to like intimate relationships, is an anomaly. We don't do it very well. And you show me an egalitarian marriage and I will show you a woman who runs that marriage, because the guy has no frame. Women cannot look up to a man who is her equal. And that's what she wants. She wants to submit to a worthy man's direction. And when she can't, she will feel insecure. And when she feels insecure, she has two choices: abandon this loser or create that security myself. And unfortunately, most women are creating that security for themselves, or they go through a divorce proceeding and they ensure that security and that long-term security.